Oh my god. It's finally happening. After all this time, I'm reaching out to you across time and space to provide you the best possible Final Fantasy XI content known to man, before, present, or hereafter, until the end of time. Let it be known. Is anybody out there? Anyone? Can anyone get this streamer started? I'm bored. Alright, that's enough of that. Normal voice check. Hello. It is me, the philosopher robot guy. How y'all's doing? Good, that's good. As you can see, Stoic Mithra is still alive. 1,000 claps for that. Everyone cheering simultaneously in the background. Let's give it up. Hang on. Let's give it up, guys. Still alive. For now. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm done with the memes. Well, for right this moment. We are back. It's been a little minute. I mean, I did some Foxhole stuff. This last Wednesday, time is quickly losing all meaning. But Final Fantasy, I always look forward to the Final Fantasy XI streams. And who knows, we may even do one tomorrow. That'd be crazy. It'd almost be like a wildcard day at 7 p.m. Eastern, or regional equivalent. Ooh. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. If you are new here, I am some kind of local neighborhood philosopher robot or something. That is my brand. I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad that you're here too. Before I get into the very exciting things that we're doing, a disclosure. I'm a new affiliate, and Twitch forces all affiliates to run ads. While ads support me, I don't like them, and I'll be taking steps so they'll be as painless as possible on you. Thankfully, I do have some control over when they'll run. I'll avoid running them whenever something big or neat is happening. Thankfully, there's an hour-plus consumable stream between chunks of ads. Every chunk is about 90 seconds from what I can tell. I'll give you a heads up when they're coming, something to the effect of ads in a couple minutes. Then's a great time to browse Reddit, check Discord, get food, go to the bathroom, and so on, and we'll just meet back when done. You can avoid ads entirely, thank Christ, or your preferred deity, and help the channel by subscribing, which is free with Amazon Prime. Okay, so all that out of the way, what are we doing today? This is the hardcore Iron Man character. If the character dies for any reason, I will delete them on the same stream. It does not matter how much I've invested into them. There are some caveats that you can suss out by typing !Ironman in the chat to get a handy guideline breakdown. But today's agenda is leveling up in the dunes, and nothing bad ever happens in the dunes, so I should be able to make it back here, tuck Stoic Mithra back into... She doesn't have a bed, I don't know, carpet, tuck her into her carpet, and then basically she survives another week until we get ultimately level 75 on every job and become the first one to do so, all on this character. Very, very exciting.
Ooh, you suck.
Who said that? So we did party once successfully with her. We got her from level 10 to level 14 in the dunes. Got a extremely close call, which you can see by revisiting the stream that took place last Friday, where I needed to override my self-preservation instinct, or Stoic or Mithra preservation instinct, to keep her alive. There was I don't know if I should spoil it or not. I guess it doesn't really matter. Something very spooky happened. The whole party was about to wipe. I put myself in there, benedictioned, which is almost certainly a death sentence in most circumstances. Thankfully, I had a bunch of pocket medicine that I used and almost wasn't enough when I got double critted. Almost seconds before the monster died. If the monster had gotten one more swing at me, one good clean swing, you would be watching me playing on a different character right now. But that's Final Fantasy. We're just gonna go get ourselves some Signet, because I do be meeting myself some points for instant warps. There's no sense in me getting instant re-raises, as you can imagine, on an Iron Man character. There's no coming back from it. She's hella dead. Forever. If something were to happen to her. Alright, calm down on the... We don't need this. We don't need this. Turn it off. General lo-fi. There's no reason to get so turned so fast. Let's just schmoove into the action. We're hanging out. We're chilling. We're vibing. Possibly a little passively turned, not actively turned. Neighboring a feeling of excitement. Slow traveling over to... Did I get only 1 hour off of the frickin' Signet? I forgot that I'm on my... Oh no. That's fine. Not to worry. Gonna head out to... Juno now. No, not Juno. Valkyrn. Once I'm there, I'll scout a camp and we'll kill things. So we do have a +1 that is meant to join us soon, TM. Once we are at camp, which, if God willing, is going to be sheep and flies. Once we get there safely, I will start recruiting. I will do my normal party lead thing of sussing out possible skill chains for the party to complete and do big old bits of damage. I regularly party lead, regardless of who or what I'm playing as. Just because it's easier for me, it's already part of my muscle memory. I like pulling people out of the ether and having them cooperate. I haven't really had very many bad experiences in so doing. I find that just giving a baseline breakdown of what people are going to be doing, what we're going to be hunting, what sort of like MP percentages the puller should look out for in terms of when to pull next. If they're experienced, they don't really need that information, but a not small number do. Skill chains that hopefully end with damage dealers that are things like really heavy hitting, like great swords doing like frostbite or whatever as the ending chain. If you have a thief, I will do everything in my power to get them to sneak attack, gust slash, or whatever the thing is called, wasp sting, whatever combo that gets them to end it, because that typically chunks for like 40-50% of the monster's life. I am a firm disbeliever in the poison mentality that it is not worth doing skill chains at any point. Earlier, later, it doesn't matter. Especially on Horizon, it is literally free damage. There's no reason not to do it, not to try if you can. You're always going to get like some people that, not always, but a good portion, a number of people that are just like, I'm just going to watch YouTube in the background and hit it with a pointing stick. And that's totally fine. It's your video game. You can do it however, you can tackle it however you want. But if you are there, you are present, you are in the mindset to cooperate actively, to be more engaged. When the party is like high octane, the skill chains are going off back and forth, black mages or whomever are slinging out magic bursts left and right, it does make the like almost 2 to 3 hour average party melt away in a good way. It's what separates, in my very personal opinion, the like 4,000, 5,000 experience parties, which I imagine are the baseline experience for most, until you get like extremely late in levels and you have all sorts of tools available to you, and getting regularly 7,000 plus experience parties when you're like level 11. I know that to some that might seem like an insane or exaggerated amount. It's not. When you have the ring on and everyone's just schmoovin' and having a good time and anticipating the next time that you're going to both be at 1,000 TB, and you start regularly chunking the enemy for like 60-70% every other fight, that's when I feel that the game is definitely at its strongest. And also why I've never been a huge fan of burn parties. I don't actively look for them, even though some would argue justifiably that they are, if you're of the type of job that can intermingle with that, that they are objectively a better use asterisk of time, that they get you to where you want to be much faster. I've never been privy to them. I've done a couple in my time, but it's very, very, very unlikely I'll ever be creating one on my own. And no disrespect to the people that enjoy things like pet burn parties or ranged attack parties, samurai parties, things like that. I get it. And they can be their own kind of fun. But it being a pseudo sandbox game, you know, my version of fun is, you know, approaching it with a combined elements or combined arms type approach. All we know. Heading to Valkyrie Dunes for level sync 14 15-party. If you want in, let me know. Any job, fine. So assuming that our third, who I hope is going to be joining us soon, I mean, we still have some travel time, so it's not like they're going to be late or anything. Assuming that he joins, we're going to be at a good place right off with me as a healer, the main healer. The third would be the sub healer, and Mr. Black is going to be the black mage. And then all we need to do is just find a couple of tanks, not strictly a tank, but a main tank, and then someone that's willing to pull off of him when he gets low, and a damage dealer of some kind. Find a skill chain that works for everyone involved, that ends preferably with a element that lines up with the strongest spell that Black has at the time, which I believe is fire at 13. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's fire, with arrow becoming a close second. It's fire. Okay. Hi, Dark Rift. Hi, No Flow. Now, in the case of, so as part of the Ironman challenge, given the absolute state of even attempting a hardcore Ironman challenge on Final Fantasy 11, I do allow myself some counterbalancing measures so that I can take hits of copium as needed, and telling myself I did everything that I could in order to keep this character alive within reasonable limits, not to the exclusion or the expense of any other character. You're not going to see me instant warping out if it seems like everyone else is wiped and like my back is to the wall. I'm going to treat it as if it were a normal party, because it is. In future, that also means that I'm not going to do things like try to bounty hunt for people to get rare items for me while I effectively like sit in the back and, I don't know, jack my tail off. PG-13 stream. I do allow myself the ability to buy medicines. I mean, it seems like, if anything, I'm doing the economy a favor in doing so. I don't know how many people buy the amount of medicine that I typically do. Part of that is just because the economy of Final Fantasy 11 is so brutal for people starting out that typically it takes quite a long time before you can even start to feel okay buying things like medicine. Like the most that people, I imagine, would spring for as a major medicinal expense would probably be silent oils and prism powders, for obvious reasons. Not getting caught out when you are just trying to make your way in the world is worth. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that. I don't actually know what the at cost is of making those things, but it's almost worth the 6,000 or 7,000, which is like 80% of your net worth. But when you're just starting out, I'm bankrolling my character using my main Stoic, which we've been doing stuff on each Monday, 7 p Eastern Standard, or your regional equivalent. If this character dies, everything valuable is getting sent back to Stoic in order to get recycled and then reinvested into the new hardcore Ironman character. And then we will either continue in that sense until Square Enix decides to cease and desist the server, or I run out of name combinations for hardcore Ironman characters, or the Heat Death of the Universe, whichever one of those comes first. No, the fourth option. The fourth option is I get 75 in every job. I get every single item possibly attainable, and then I become God. No, don't think like that.
A hunter must hunt.
I'm sorry.
I gotta keep my expectations in check. I gotta take a deep breath. That's true. Although, just for memorial purposes, NoFlow, I'm going to want to keep the names just distinct enough from each other that people will be able to easily parse at a glance who died, what, where, when, and to what. Right now, the memorial is, it just consists, let me just type it in chat. Exclamation point, memorial. All Horizon hardcore permadeath characters are still alive for now. Dun dun dun. And that's gonna be empty for a long time, am I right, guys? For a long time. No, but I do need to keep the names distinct enough so that In the future, when I'm regularly on the front page of Twitch streaming Final Fantasy XI content on a private server, people are able to tell at a glance like what happened to what person or what character where. So what likely will happen is that as each character dies, and a possibility I know, just bear with me, as each character dies, I'm going to like graft probably the name of the race onto Stoic in some combination. It is not the most creative approach, but it does help with the branding TM. So right now the order of operations is Stoic Mithra. Then if she passes, probably Stoic Tartaru, which is probably going to be the only this is going to sound messed up, but bear with me. It's probably going to be the only character that I might hope very low key dies at some point. Stoic Tartaru. So let me explain myself before you have a visceral reaction to that. I don't have anything against Tarutarus. I'm not Tarutarusist or Windersist in any way. I have lots of Winders friends. That's not much better. Why'd I have to say that out loud? I cannot physically fully handle being so close to the ground. This is the only game that has triggered this kind of like response in me, where the camera POV is so close to the ground, it triggers like a psychological, almost primal instinct to get away from the floor. It's the only reason why I haven't been able to play a Tartaru. I tried starting a Tartaru on my first ever Final Fantasy XI character, and after about like 2 hours, I started to experience like motion sickness on my like 360p what was it called, like I can't remember, like the big tube TVs, and that was before like the resolution and everything was so much better. So maybe it'll be more tolerable now, I don't know. We'll have to play it by ear when that happens, but it'll probably be Stoic Mithra, Stoic Tartaru, Stoic Galka, Stoic Hume, I guess, even though that's kind of boring because I play as a Hume naturally. Stoic Elven would probably be the fourth one. Unless there's like I don't know, like maybe when the time comes I'll run some kind of like poll or something for what race people would want me to play next. But my headcanon is that each race that I'm going to be gearing for, I'm going to eventually convert them after I get them on some utility jobs and levels into a full-time job of some description, most closely matching their natural attribute paths. So if Stoic Mithra lives long enough, she's probably going to take up the ways of the Bushido and become a samurai. Not a ninja, because I'm already kind of doing ninja on my main, and the idea of supporting 2 tryhard ninjas is not fathomable. I am only mortal. I cannot sustain two inventories of ninja tools and be able to sleep at night properly. Let's see if the third is here. Alright, he is not online. How unfortunate. Comfort. Look at that. The Highlands claim another. Poor bastard. We are en route to a camp that I see very rarely ever used, even though it is perfect for 15, 14, 15. 14 is the minimum. 16 is too late. It's if you can get someone level 15 to be the point person for the level sync, and then as the person in your party that is level 14 becomes 15, then you resync to that character to try to ride out the sweet spot as long as possible, and then you just end up repeating it. But for the dunes in particular, it is a magical spot. It's also conveniently right outside the outpost. So why, if this place is so great, why don't, how do I say this? Why don't everyone, that doesn't sound right either. I'm just gonna say it. Why don't everyone use it? Why doesn't everyone use it? Doesn't, apparently my initial English reaction was the appropriate one. Why doesn't everyone use this this camp if it's so great? The reason is that it has two very spooky elements that don't actually get close enough to you to be problematic. However, they do appear to be in the area enough that it wards most people away. Silent oils. I got 5 minutes off that one. Let's go.
Senpai!
Uwu.
Meow.
Once I get to the other side, we're gonna need to slam down a prison powder. I don't know how a character takes prison powder. Snorts it, maybe? Rubs it on their faces. Consumes it. Like some kind of cursed, like pop rocks or something. I mean, it doesn't look like it tastes, it looks like it'd be minty, if anything. Hello? Any goblins in chat? Goblins? Someone clear out the goblins? Let's go, no goblins!
Bar X3.
We did it. No goblins, dude. I did try a camp somewhat near here around this level where you fought basically nothing but rabbits. And that party was awful, not because of anyone involved not doing their jobs or anything like that. Everyone was actually very good. It's because rabbits, despite their appearance, are assholes. One of the biggest, most, like, if assholism was cuteness, the rabbits are like the biggest, most cute animals on the planet. In Final Fantasy 11 in Minecraft. I'm not a goblin, you're a goblin. Get owned.
Emotional damage.
I took a look at OBS for a second. I thought I was getting chased. No.
Yeah.
No, like that. Oh, we need to. Oh, I forgot. I have my silent oil on. That's right. I don't have to be afraid of the. Because they don't got no eyeballs, the Skelemans. Anyway, like I was saying, I got like really far off track. So this camp that we're going to has a will-o-wisp that either spawns only during fire weather, which is rarer than you would think in an area like this. That's, I mean, it's more of like a beach than an actual desert, but they call it dunes, so your mileage may vary whether it constitutes as that. I'm not a geologist, nor do I claim to be. I'm gonna take the easy way out. I'm gonna store some prison powder and then be on my way.
Bingo!
Wow.
So will-o-wisp occasionally spawns. If you're not familiar with what that is, it is a bomb creature from the world-renowned franchise Final Fantasy 11 that aggroes to... I turn away from the microphone to breathe. That turns, like, that aggroes to sight and magic. It doesn't actually get close enough to the camp to be a problem if you tuck yourself into the corner. Otherwise, the other main point of contention is a skeleton that occasionally appears nearby, and skeletons are naturally dangerous. Nobody likes to fight them for obvious reasons. But as it happens... Oh no, is there somebody here? Please, no. No, did they? No, did they? Don't tell me. No, there's nobody here, man.
Damn, son.
Oh my god!
This was my spot. How dare you? Oh, we're gonna have to pick something traditional. Uggers. Tell Antugen, I do 1 sec. Need to drop party or worm or subjug. Please tell Matugen, please invite me. This person just shouted saying that they have a item that is critical for me to get that allows me to unlock my sub job item. Left. After this, all I would need... Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh no, my inventory is full. This is a huge waste, but I'm doing it for a good reason. Fill my slot. I'm sorry. So that actually sucks big time. I'm sorry. Thank you. Anyway, so we have the curse of a full inventory. What that means is that the game won't give you like a warning, like heads up, your inventory is actually full. It'll just kill the item. That is real rough. Should have dropped 2. I should have just been more observant instead of just focusing on speaking. I mean, we're gonna get another one. Like, the damselfly worms aren't exactly a low drop. Like, back in the... way back when I got my first ever sub job again on... That's an oxymoron, but bear with me. on Eden, the other private server. What level are these people? 18. They're way over leveled for these guys. That should mean that they're gonna... No, they're not gonna leave soon. There's 2 parties here. It's a classic Dune experience. I can't be lucky and get a no party every time. Maybe I'll actually check back where I partied last time, because that seemed to be pretty okay. We'll just do that. Way back when I was getting my sub job for the 2nd time ever on Eden, the other private server, before this one consumed that one, I was trying to get my magic skull to get the Argon pass, and I had the magic skull drop in the Guzgan mines. First shot. Killed a ghoul, got the skull, felt amazing. An earth crystal basically decided that it was not my time to have that, and then I proceeded to kill another 50 skeletons, before another one deigned to drop. Let's invite Black again. I wish that there, I mean, like, you're only going to need to use it sparingly, but I wish that there was like a filter where in this extremely niche situation, you could be like, I just don't want to get any water crystals or earth crystals. Like, you could screen for it ahead of time. Perhaps there's an add-on for that. But this is a not normal situation where I'm so strapped for inventory slots, and it didn't even occur to me just because I have the full 60. That's actually a hugely good point, Dark. If I had been more observant that I am not actually on my main character and I do not have my 60 slots. Let's see, all black. We would be sitting pretty with a damselfly. I already have the crab apron. Let's see if the 3rd is back yet. Reno. He is back. El Reno Taro, please. There is a chance that if we party here... Oh my god, I thought that was me, dude. Look at fathers. I thought they... I was like, no, they don't. I thought that was me. I seriously, like, got jump scared by the sandbat sound. There's a ghoul, or a couple of ghouls that do appear near here that we can probably suss out. And ultimately, it's not going to be a big deal if I need to under the table pay someone to basically, like, help me not die to things that I need for my sub-job items. That's a typical Final Fantasy XI thing. Welcome. Guess what I did? I had 29, 30 in slots. Very nice party invited me. They passed on Worm. A water crystal filled the 30 slot. Worm dropped right after into oblivion. Shame on me for not passing on everything else and for forgetting that I am not on my main with 60. Smiley face. Semicolon, close parentheses. Oh, remembers. See all. Okay, this is the quote unquote fun part. So 14, 16 in. Really slim pickings. What the heck? Well, I guess I'm the 14, so that doesn't really matter. 24 in. This is a very strange song. I don't know why it keeps appearing on my stuff. Thank you. Like, it does get to a good part, but it takes like a good minute of being like pseudo weirded out before we get there. So many beasts. So I'm the white mage. I feel pretty good about it. We don't need a secondary white mage. We just need damage dealers. Hello, level sync 14 party. Do you need it? Pause. Valkyrie Dunes. just so that people are apprised of where we are and what we're going to be doing. Not everyone is a huge fan, as you can imagine, of just getting blank invites or like raw invites, just getting randomly invited. Someone, you know, slash telling you and being like party, and then that's all then you have to extract the information out of them. Hello, level sync 14 party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie Dunes. I understand why they don't, but I do wish that some of these Beastmasters had slash warrior, because it would increase the chances that I invite them. We don't need any more healing. Let's see if we can get this sub-jobless person their own. They'll be a good off tank. Hello, level sync 14 party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie Dunes. Look at all these thieves and Beastmasters. Beastmasters get a bad rap, especially after the nerf that kind of like changed how Jug Pets levels are calculated when you bring them out. But last night on my main, I was partying with a beast that had like 2.15 times the damage of the Black Mage Shartaru. Like, it was outputting a ridiculous amount of DPS. Like a staggering amount. I was like a warrior, I had pretty good equipment, and I was doing maybe like 1/3 what they were. And that's with me pulling out all the stops. Like, I wasn't eating cheap food or anything like that. Does people like sleep on it? Because historically they just do. They're like, I don't want a Beastmaster. They're supposed to be a solo job. It's just not necessary to think like that at all. I don't know. I guess this guy, level sync 14 party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie Dunes. The only unfortunate bit about party leading is that a good 40% of the people that you're going to be reaching out to are AFK for reasons that are known only to them. Sometimes people will forget to leave their flag on, which is fine. It's just like when you're banking on a specific job, which you really shouldn't, but let's just say that you are. If you're banking on a specific job being in your party, that can be annoying. Many AFK. Let's take a gander at this. So I don't remember what level range they are natively. Okay, so crabs are right where we want to be. There are some sheep here which are also a comparable level, and to fill in for damselflies, we just have to be careful about making sure that the monsters are kept 15 yards, yalms, I forget what lore word they use for that, away from the party to avoid sheep song. The chances of people over 20 wanting to come back here is very low, so I'm gonna try to avoid inviting said people. Hello, level sync 14 party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie Dunes. It looks like Reno black screen. Gotta love it. Are you comfortable pulling? No, I want I want like a tank, man. All the people that could qualify as tanks are like either they're just not available, man. Is my invite thing broken? Level sync 14 party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie Dunes. Just a morsel, just a smidgen of response.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Speak of the devil, he shall appear. One of them is like, I accidentally left my flag on. At least they have the courtesy of replying. I should be happy about that. No problem, no problem. And they were nice. Welcome. The Allreen. Yep, you fully on black screen. That's okay. That happens. It's been happening less and less, but it still happens sometimes when you just... Typically a Juno, Bueno, whatever your parlance. Seal 24 in, refresh the list. It's like 80% these, and I get why. Everyone wants that coveted 25 Wii ability. I don't knock them for that, but it's also like I do need that. I need, maybe I just do like an all thief party. How bad could that be? Don't answer that. I know exactly how bad it would be. But I do have about 2 more minutes of tolerance before I start asking the beasts if they are up to tanking. I am almost to that point. I'm to that point now. Level sync 14 party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie Dunes. If so, are you able to slash war and tank? So many AFK. Yeah, figured. Weird it happened on an OP. See all Reno. Claim the Tartaro back. See all for Env. Sarah, hello, level sync 14 party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie Dunes. Please just a crumb, of Control R. You know what? I need to not get myself worked up.
My potions are too strong for you, traveler.
See all land. I need to just take it back.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'm waiting.
You know, we're all cool here.
Meow, meow.
A paladin or something is bound to show up, right? Just on command, on preference. If you cannot find the paladin, you must become the paladin. I am here after a white battle mage. Hello, level sync 14 party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie Dunes. Are you comfortable tanking? So we're 4 of 5 right now. So all we need is someone that is willing to get hit along with the ninja. So I didn't even need to ask that guy if he wants to tank, to be honest with you. I had forgotten that we had already acquired something akin to a tank. Ninjas have a hard time, especially before they get Yonin. And eventually you don't even need Yonin, but when you're very squishy, like the shadows don't last forever. You don't really have much in the way of evasion gear unless you are very well established financially early on. Hello. Oh man. I'll just take anything, dude. I don't even care. What do we have? Let's grab one of the 18,000. I mean, like, historically, that's what they do. Pulling, it'd be snippers and sheep, the most part, and occasional wool when realer when 15, 16. So the next point of contention is getting or sussing out skill chains. Okay, now you should be able to see my shit. This is my skill chain calculator cheat sheet. I don't remember how I came across this website, but even despite Horizon specific element changes, it has performed admirably for me and is correct about 95 to 96% of the time. You can probably see it up top left. Alexis Lucia's skill chain calculator, magitecarmy.com/skillchain.php. 14. We're just gonna plug in all the jobs that we have, and I'm gonna cross-reference it against the party list. Teen, Thief, Sam, Nin, and that's it. We only have 4, so 3. Okay, I'm gonna put 15. Even though the Thief is not 15 yet, they will be, and I'm gonna want to capitalize on that. Okay. Looks good to me. It's not the most amazing blend of different SEs possible, but sometimes the job interactions just shake out like that. So /P skill chain. Let's do Blade Wren, Mr. Dixon, Achi NP. No, not that. I want the Thief. Sneak attack. Wait, 1. Wasp's Sting. Mr. Train becomes Water Magic Burst. Not good on a crab, but the fact that it does Ice 2 as presumably some kind of counter interaction with the fact that it's also doing water at the same time. Don't ask me to what extent, because they kind of like cancel each other out. But that's what we're gonna roll with because it's the strongest thing available to us. Actually gonna add a caveat. I'm gonna remove this so you can actually see what I'm doing. /P when train is 15. Even check. Yeah, it's gotta be us. Once settled, this should chunk really hard. I believe Blizzard is 17, so that's not going to be an option available to us for a while. And even though crabs are resistant to water, the magic burst should still do a fairly good amount of damage. And sheep are not resistant. Until then, use WS freely. Smiley face. One important thing when we pull sheep, keep them 15 meter, keep them max cast distance away from mages to avoid sheep song. One important thing. Okay. I do not expect them to remember this SE when it matters, which is why I put it on a macro, so that I can easily and painlessly remind them as many times as they need of who is supposed to be doing what. But as a self-reminder, I'm going to this and arrange them in my party in the order at which they are expected to do the SE, just so I can better keep track of where their TP is. Not because I assume they won't do it. It's like, even with Growing Pains, once people realize the value of SEs, they actually try. I wanna get up there anyways. I'm actually a good point. I'm gonna equip my chariot band now. Okay, we are all together. So I'm going to sync to me. And for safety, I'm gonna sync to Rinotaru. Use my chariot band. Going to project my peoples. And even though it's more of a meme for me than anything, I'm gonna Aqua Veil, just in case there's any mishaps. I'll so very questionable for that guy to not wait until we're all ready. But here we go. Let's change it to something a little bit more actiony now that we're actually getting started. I've heard that song like a million times. So the mushroom soup that I ate gives me an insanely large amount of MP, but literally nothing comes close to a summoner Tartaru's MP pool, which is borderline infinite. The mushroom stew is a not cheap type of white mage food that reduces the amount of enmity or hate that I generate with everything that I do, which is really important. Thankfully they aggroed on that. It's a little bit spicy there. Being a tank and being a Tartaro is spicy by its nature, innately. The stew also gives me MP plus recovery per tick. So I just get more over time. I get a boost of MP of 45. It just helps all around. I think I also get some mind off of it too. I'm gonna be greedy and get around like 100 or so. Already got it, thankfully. I definitely have the crab apron. Crab? Yep, I have it already. Stuff like losing a worm randomly to your own insolence is just part of the magic that is Final Fantasy XI. I tell myself, coping in real time on stream. I don't need this skill chain calculator up anymore. I so do hope everyone is having a pretty chillaxed Friday. I would not define work for me as being particularly difficult this last week, but I will also not pretend that I'm not literally waiting for 5 o'clock the moment that I start work. I don't believe that I'm a unique snowflake in that respect. I'm gonna throw a slow on them. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow!
See, it's gonna wear off. So a couple of the add-ons I'm using have been ridiculously helpful to me. Namely, the X, I'm gonna butcher this, just bear with me. The HXUI, I did it. Add-on that is what allows me to see everyone's buff at a glance. I did have an add-on in the past on the Eden private server that showed me what everyone's buffs and debuffs were in just like a crude text format. I enjoy being able to see what everyone is affected by. Just at a glance, at the corner of my eye. It does matter. Otherwise, timers is another add-on that is critical to me. Being able to see at a glance when all my spells and abilities are going to be available to me is big. Please keep sheep a little bit away. That is good where it is. Just have to avoid getting too close. I would like to paralyze. No paralyzed gaming. Why am I not paralyzed? Oh, it's because it was 20. I didn't realize it moved out that far. Oh yeah, look at that. The triple buffs, dude.
That's fucking teamwork!
That's what I'm talking about. Wow. There we go. Okay, so we got some people that we need to wake up because of Sheep Song. Landvar needs to be woken up. Look at that, dude. Clockwork. I'm waiting for this sheep to do Sheep Song 1%. I've seen it happen before. Woo! Woo!
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Let's go. Very exciting and engaging content. I also want to apologize. I have like a heads up display on my right side that is supposed to tell me when ads are going to run. Apparently they already ran like 20 minutes ago, but I believe it was during the time when we were still assembling. So let's all agree to tell anyone that asks that I ran ads at an appropriate time when nothing was happening. Everyone was happy. They went about their business. They came back, and then we started the party immediately afterward, like surgery, like clockwork. I so enjoy when chat and I share these moments of understanding together. Even more so that they're happening pseudo in real time, give or take 4 seconds of delay. I'm gonna try to get the Krabby Patty secret formula. Oh my god, the frickin' party has crabs. This monster is really coming out of its shell. I don't know what it's getting so crabby about. I do want to make a joke about something like crustacean, but I feel like whatever joke that could come out of that is going to be insensitive, which is not the streamer angle that I'm going for. So just pretend that I said something very funny. Omega lol in chat at your convenience if you have better TTV. It is enabled on my channel. I should be able to do it. Here, I'll Omega lol myself. I don't need you people. Oh, dude, thanks, Bro Stoic. Oh, and 50 gifted subs for Bro Stoic. Oh my god. Thank you so much. Your support means everything to me. Hype train. Let's play that Rainbow Road song from 15 years ago. the pity Craigasm. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is sad that someone would want to waste so much of their disposable income on me. I agree. Like, you could be buying like porcelain anime figures with that. What a waste. I mean, I don't do that. I can understand the appeal of paying $150 for a half-clothed anime cat girl sitting in a bikini in a parfait glass or jar, which I have fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your opinion, seen IRL at my place of business as a GameStop manager, right at the turn of the point where GameStop was like, oh, there's a huge amount of margin on this plastic tat, like the bananas, which are just like chibi cats, as like if they were fruit, fully randomized. I would say, like, out of all the random shit that came into GameStop, I ironically enjoy the Kirby stuff the most of all. Although you cannot see it in the matrix in which I exist, above my desk is about 80% Dark Souls stuff from like the general Souls series. I'm also like counting Sekiro and Bloodborne and stuff in that, and a shrine, if you will, to Kirby, and, you know, praise our pink overlord, the great consumer of worlds, he who shall devour us all in our final moments, the great pink equalizer. Oh my god. He's gonna cringe her. And then he's gonna cringe me. Oh my god.
It's time to stop.
Oh, he's pulling an ambusher. I'm sure it'll be fine. Nobody's ever. Oh, it's a tough. That's fine. You'll have to go out to get it. Maybe not. All right, he is coming. Oh, Lord, he coming?
That's a huge bitch.
I would like to cast my spell. Thank you.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Excuse me, bitch.
You're ugly. You are disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
Ooh. Got the holy trinity of debuffs right as it was about to die. Let's go, level 15.
Monster kill.
Woo. I think I get something, don't I? I do. Now, when the next time a worm drops, I won't have my inventory full. I'm bugged. Will need to resync. After. Game still believes I am level 14. I wonder if there's a hidden interaction between the hardcore status and how often your level bugs when you're level synced. So I'm 15 in real time. Game still believes I'm 14. It has not adjusted my level. Even though I'm well, no. Is it Reno that's the sync target? Yeah. I can't remember. It's either me or Reno that's the sync target right now. I can just resync and it will fix it. Yeah, there's no need to log out or anything like that. I would like to get on my ledge, please. It gives me a extremely fake sense of security. Oh my god, this white mage actually Dias again when it drops Dia. What a frickin' mad lad.
A hunter must hunt.
Thank you, Dark Souls.
Yes, indeed.
I don't need Hermie, I don't need Earth. Hold pull after this one. GPU noises. I watched the first episode of the season 3 of Mandalorian. It was very good. I'm not gonna spoil anything for anyone. I just want all 10,000 people here to be aware that there are new episodes of The Mandalorian. If you are able to cop Disney Plus access from somewhere, it was pretty good. Like if you enjoyed the Hangover movies and you just want like more of the Hangover, then Mandalorian is the same mouthfeel, but for Mandalorian season 1 and 2. Pedro Pascal, am I saying his name correctly? Very good actor. I can see why they are pulling him in a bunch of different directions. I dodged that. No, that was holy shit. Wowzers. Hold pull. Ooh. And then I get a precious inventory slot back after we resync. All right. Hopefully Train realizes that we're not going to be all full when I resync. There we go. Do I have silence automatically? I don't. Oh, let's do... I don't know, dude. I don't need this here. Silence / Ma, silence. How do I have it set up on the other ones? BT. Let's do BT. For a battle target. Thankfully, we have a good 30 minutes of pure, unadulterated content before we run into a block of like 90-second ads. I am actively watching now. Trust me. Please trust me. Trust me.
Ashen One, hearest thou my voice still?
I enjoy this haircut out of all of the Mithra options. Second closest being the one that has the pigtails on either side of the face. The only thing that I don't like about it, and because I can't unsee it, you can't unsee it either, is this extreme zoom in. I don't know if you can tell that. If you're looking in like 1080p, you might be able to tell. There's a break in reality that is happening at the very tops of her bangs. Just whatever you do, when you see it, just don't think about it being like a second mouth that could open any second. just don't think about it. Welcome back. All right, time to resync. I'm going to resync to me, just for safety reasons. And then just for fun, I'm gonna aqua veil myself. All here, good. Now that we're 15. This will do a silly amount of damage. I just gave them the skill chain rundown. And then we watch to see if they do it. And then along with some light goading later that may or may not be required, they will start doing it on their own.
Sir Gideon Othniel, the all-knowing.
I love this soundboard so much. The Dark Souls one. Look at that. I don't even know what. Oh, it's the interaction between Carbuncle and the whatever the fuck, the samurai. That's what I saw there. Slash Tea Party should work. Congratulations. Oh, this song slaps so hard. In an emergency situation, I do have a couple of things. Later on, when we get more inventory slots, or even maybe before, I'm going to get a vial elixir. Probably not a +1 because those are rare, and I want people to have those for when they need to do things like Promovians. But just something that is as close to a get out of jail free card as you can get. That's a good distance away. Strange. Nope, I already got paralyzed on it. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, I have Divine Seal now, that's right. Divine Seal, Divine Seal, me. Let's knock it up a couple of steps, just in case it matters. Hopefully this slow sticks. I am consuming a pineapple juice, just to give myself a little bit of sustain over time. I am amazed. If it gets close to dying, I may actually go in there in Benediction. I want to hold it. Yeah, I didn't need to. Good call, Self. Not running in there. That did get a little bit spicy. No more NP, although he probably knows that because he didn't immediately go out. Pineapple drinks are relatively inexpensive MP regain drinks, so I do prefer them for lower levels like this. Although I do prefer later on to slam back Yagudo drinks, I don't really have the inventory space for the number that I would prefer. If this character survives long enough to get an array of inventory slots, I might consider it, but just having a few pineapple drinks will make a difference when you are starting to get low. Honestly, I should have used it earlier. Yep, you can. It would be what? Hachi NP plus thing. We'll do that one. Same MB. Friendly reminder that if you are enjoying the content and you would like to see more of it, you can make a huge impact on me and my goal of doing this long term and as a sole profession. Not only just doing video game content, but also trying to interject things that may be helpful or therapeutic to people in some fashion. You'd be able to help out by particularly easily with a Amazon Prime subscription. You get a free subscription to just kind of toss out there as a perk just for having that. And that would benefit me a great deal. It would also make it so that you wouldn't see any ads ever, which is honestly, if I had any say, I would make sure that that was the default setting of just not having any ads. I personally think it is insane to expect ads when you are trying to grow. Just because people have the understandable reaction of if they're just trying to check you out, if you're smaller and they get hit with ads, they're just gonna turn around and leave. Not everyone will do that, obviously, but there is a portion that would that may otherwise stay. Just know that I care. And I think that you are all just the greatest. And you are. Don't ever beat yourself up. Put yourself down, thinking that you're not the greatest, because you are in my eyes. Unless you're one of those people that demand soul sushi use out of anyone as like a prerequisite for joining the party, you can go fuck yourself. If that's the case. Yeah, I said it. I'll say it again. Not sorry, not even the least. Let's get some paralyzes out there. Paralyzed Gaming. Ooh. Ouch, dude. That's a big scissors.
So here's this giant enemy crab.
That's a huge bitch!
That's very good reaction times on this tank. I could be in a much worse position if he wasn't so quick to pull attention back. Although I think that was actually the thief. Please try to hold your TP until your SCs. Try to hold your S for sneak attack Lusting. It will matter. Some friendly reminders. I like the song too. It just hit different. Passing out slow. Slow B. I would like, I mean, I'm not looking forward to playing a Galka if it comes to that as an Iron Man character. I think that their heads are a little bit too small for their general mass. It's mostly just the somewhat small head size and the questionable haircuts that typically accompany. There are a number of very cool ones. Like I like the flat top Galkas. I think that's like suitably intimidating. The haircuts that have like the flanges that come out to the sides don't really hit the same.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Ah, moshi, motherfucker.
That's it, but you know, it's just because it's not my thing doesn't mean that it's not somebody else's. If there's anything that the philosophy of Stoicism encourages you to do, is to try to put yourself in other people's shoes as effectively and often as you can. So if he enjoys the very aggressive side hair spikes, I'm all for it. I'm there for him. I am there.
More gold is required.
Ooh, Undertale's coming.
Oh my god!
Thank you for your patronage.
I have not played Undertale personally. I have spoiled myself on the entire story. It was just one of those things where I started watching a Let's Play because I didn't know much about the game, and I wanted to suss out whether it would be worth it for me. Holy crap. Wow. And what is this? That was a lot of damage. Whew. Look at that chunk. 70%.
The One Piece is real!
That's a lot of damage. What was I saying? Oh, Undertale. I spoiled myself on the story. I was watching it, and I was like, this is pretty good. I am curious about this story piece, though. So I'll just watch a little bit more. I'm not going to watch the whole thing. I'm just going to watch a little bit more until I can figure out where this story thread goes. And then more threads were introduced, and so on and so forth, until I'm watching, like, the super secret ending. Deltarune, I don't know if it actually fully came out. Maybe someone could like clarify that for me. But if it's anything like Undertale, I'm very surprised if I have not heard more about it just through cultural osmosis. I would so love to. I need to get out of this thing's range. Why can't I? Oh shit. Can I please? I would like to heal the man. What do you mean he's out of range? What's that effect I have? Get off me! Get off me! I should have risked that for sure. Okay, good. It's just out of range. I did expect the reaction time to be a little bit faster there, but unpunished. Hello. I most definitely am not shitting my pants in real time. Thank you. I am calm. I am collected.
It's only King.
Well, excuse me.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
White maging. To actually answer your question, I'm white maging on a hardcore Iron Man character, which means that if my character dies for any reason at all, I delete it on the same stream. Such an endeavor is psychotic on its face, I am aware, and yet, you know, no fig becomes ripe all at once. Or some shit, some kind of ancient adage. It's a good party. Got the trifecta of debuffs, love to see it. If anyone that is new here is enjoying the content in any way, I do encourage you to follow. I regularly stream Final Fantasy XI, and although I don't do the hardcore Iron Man challenge every day, it is guaranteed to be at least once weekly, barring any wildcard days, which are typically on Saturdays, 7 p.m. Following not only helps the algorithm help find people to watch that might be interested, it also gives me a tiny injection of dopamine. Valkyrie Dunes, level 15, and White Mage. Animaniacs definitely has, congratulations. Animaniacs definitely does have some soundboardable material. I'm pretty content with the about 120 sounds that I have so far, but I'm not opposed to going out and fighting more. I do appreciate how much MP I'm getting back in general from this mushroom stew that I slammed back. I would never go willingly to a place and consume mushroom stew myself, just because I have like a visceral negative reaction to squishy mushroom pieces IRL. If they're like literally ground almost to dust and put into something, I will eat it, but I will never actively seek out anything that has a chunk adjacent or approximate amount of mushrooms in it. I just can't do it. Same thing with tomatoes. Cheers. It's just not for me. It's just not a food that I enjoy. Beets also I struggle with. Probably the one food that I cannot eat period would be sauerkraut, and my parents enjoyed making sauerkraut literally all the time. Congratulations. Ooh, we're doing it.
Incredibili!
How exciting. So our running objective, as I have variously stated in the past, is getting Stoic Mithra to level 25 so that she has access to sneak and invisible, which will avoid me having to shell out 10 to 12k worth of medicine just to get around. I could just wait until I have MP, the ultimate convenience. Then at some point in between, at a point that makes sense, level Black Mage to probably 18, which is the sweet spot for getting a job to 37, so that then can become an option for leveling a main job to 75 and having the 37 be the split. Oh, we got 17, let's go!
Bingo! Bingo! Bingo!
Sloppy.
Oh my god!
Very pong.
Not.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Let's see. We should be able to ride this out. If you see any ghouls, please try to grab them. I will silence if they are mage. I need the skull. We should be able to handle the ghoul. I say, as the last time, the only like legitimate threat to this character happened with a ghoul. But there's no way that the ghoul will use Blood Saber like clockwork again. There's just no way. It was a fluke of programming the first time. It wouldn't do that to me. The game wouldn't just do me like that. That's not foreshadowing. I don't know what you're talking about. I feel like he's heading in the direction of the ghoul. Ghoul gaming. If you use Banish on a ghoul, it's supposed to lower its resistances in some way. I still don't have any confirmation. Personally, I have not independently verified how long said lowering of resistances last. Or like even what they consist of. I just know that that's supposed to be like an element. Oh, here we go. He got a goal.
You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm gonna kill you.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Identify target.
Let's do it.
So here's this giant enemy crab.
Let's do it. I'm ready. I'm ready to get a skull. He's also level 15, so chances are super high that it's gonna drop a skull. I can already feel it in my hands. BG BPM activate. Here we go. Banish that MF. Well, is he? Tough? Should be no problem. Unless he uses Blood Saber literally every time, which there's no way. It's gonna be so clean. Look, he's already 60%. Just watching his CP move. Black Cloud, easy. Got some blinds in there. Can you use the Blinda on the Samurai? I would like to use the Blinda on the Samurai. Thank you. Right to okay, Horror Cloud again. Love it. Let's go. Let's go. I'm 29 out of 30. I'm gonna preemptively drop some Earth Crystals. Is it gonna drop it? Let's go. It actually dropped it. Woo! 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 Yeah, woo! Oh my God, we did it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, dude, 4 strength, 4 stam, leather belt. Ah, level 18.
Okay, I am 27 out of 30. I'm going to do the very smart thing that somebody said some time ago and make sure that I preemptively pass on these so the same doesn't happen. I'm not gonna do it on the Beastman seal. When Dixon Cider. Oh, I get his name. Very funny. It has a pretty long cooldown. Yes, go. Amazing. I did not predict that we would be able to get the skull on that. I was just memeing. We are gaming now. I would like to pass on the individual. Thank you. So pong. Doctor, please help. They've yeeted my son. It's so amazing that we got this skull, man. I did not expect to actually get the skull. That means that we just... So that actually, what that actually means is that if I had not lost that worm to my own indiscretion, we'd be in Subjob Town right now. But you take the good with the bad. I'm mentioning it so often out loud because if I hear myself say it as if it's no big deal, perhaps I may be able to psyop myself into believing that it's not. I mean, that's just part of the human condition, man. That's the way. This is the way. I didn't mean that. Like, yeah. No worries. I didn't feel that way at all. Let's go, Skull Gaming. There'll be other opportunities to get worms. If I need to, I will party specifically aiming for damselflies. And it's entirely possible that that one party that we did see has already moved or will be. Yeah, we don't need to move yet. Alright, ads are gonna start in about a couple of minutes. I'm going to preemptively run them now to buy us an extra hour of not having to deal with that. Take this opportunity to get up, walk around, brush your teeth, eat food, talk to a loved one or someone close to one. You should call her, so on and so forth. And I will see you in 90 seconds. Bye-bye. Okay, now we may be back. It's still telling me that there's like a minute and 30 seconds of leeway in terms of like ads still running. But we'll just continue on. It's only ever given, even though it's supposed to run for like a few minutes in order to qualify for the maximum amount of runtime without ads. It still only runs 90 seconds, and I am so thankful for that. I don't know why it's having that interaction. We're basically getting half of the amount of ads that is meant to be requisite of us. It's a good song for this. All the Undertale music is good. I can see why Toby Fox gets tired out all over the place. It is unfortunate that some of his music, including some very good bangers, are locked behind the one game that the Pokemon company made that was not Pokemon, and I don't remember what it was, but it was the most convoluted like pseudo card based RPG ever seen before or will ever be seen again. Basically the game equivalent to trying to suss out Final Fantasy XI skill chains. It's like if the Final Fantasy XI skill chain chart the game, just no thank you. How close is this thing? 18. That's good. Yep, these guys are doing really good with the skill chains. I'm gonna let this song play out, but yeah, I'm just gonna let it play out. It doesn't. I'm gonna play out a little bit, but it's so good. Like, there's not anything on screen happening like a boss fight that would warrant a song of this magnitude. However, the muse has taken me and she says I need to listen to the song. I'm gonna take a swig of my Rockstar Punch watermelon energy drink. Hashtag ad. Man, that's delicious and refreshing. I am not sponsored by Rockstar. Full disclaimer. Oh, the drop, dude, in this song is so good. Friendly reminder that if you have been watching for any amount of time, you should have accrued enough coins to spend on enough Stoic coins, rather, to spend on things that may interest you, such as having me say something Stoic or speak in my factory original voice. Oh shit. Oh, thank you for following, Kami. I'm so glad you're here. How you doing? Very surprised that I am not getting hate from Cure doing back-to-back like that. Very fortunate. The melees are doing a very good job of keeping hate balanced. I could pat myself on the back of like trying to space out my spells as I get effing critted like that. I have a whole 157 HP before I die. It's not even close. Congratulations. All right, so song pass. I'm gonna take it down a notch. It does not need to be this intense for what's happening. Video game lo-fi it is. Much better. That's what I'm talking about. Wow. I think we've heard this one already. Let me skip this. Nope. Nope. This is fine. I like this one. It's very hard, as you can imagine, to find DMCA-less music that is also very good and are also remixes of semi-popular to popular tracks. There are some companies out there that are dedicated to bringing you music like that is meant to be streamed. Not many, as you can imagine, because they're literally paying to get licensing so that the people that then stream it don't get hit with content ID match stuff. Functionally a charity for music. One day I'll find more. Like, we're rocking like about 3 hours in any direction of... Got a lot of mileage with it. But I do wish that there was more immediately available and apparent to me. Baba. 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 Ooh. We got the 3D buffs, man. It just feels so good, so right.
Macaroni with the chicken strips.
Party's going good. I wish that the experience an hour was a little bit higher. Without the ring, it'd be probably closer to like 4,500 to 5,000, which is typical of the dunes. But just given the fact that we're fighting basically crabs for the most part, it makes sense. Crabs only have one offensive. I mean, like, they have a lot of defensive things. Like, there's a reason their classification as a monster is paladin. Like, they don't heal themselves, but they sure do make it harder to kill them on average. Without really, like, outside of like big scissors chunking you occasionally, aren't really a threat in and of themselves. Thankfully, because I am programmed not only to bring you epithets that may or may not be useful in whatever stage of life that you're in, I am also programmed to sing in a number of different voices. Let me see if I can hit you with a number. Activating, sussing out. My neck, my back, my P-word, and my crack. Don't you stop till I'm done. Ain't gonna stop until I'm done. That'll be $5. I'll just add it to your tab. You don't have to pay me now. It's hard for me to synthesize the female voice just because I was factory initiated with a very deep bassline voice. The closest that I can get is this. Hello?
Hello? Oh boy. It sounds more like GLaDOS more than anything. It's like GLaDOS was a 14-year-old boy. It's only inflection. Like a broken, one of the broken female robots from Soma. This is the creepy voice stream.
You all thought that the stream was about Final Fantasy 11. It's not. It's just an excuse for me to jettison bizarre voices out into the world. I have quite a few more, but I'm going to keep those for surprises later. Some of them are very spooky. Maximum spooks. We're starting to chunk through these a little bit faster now. So my very selfish desire is to move away from this camp now that I've acquired a ghoul, and to try to re-secure myself a worm. Oh my god, I have another slot. Let's go! Amazing. Uraga, Ma, Uraga, both parentheses, not close parentheses. T? No. STPT? Sub-target, party target. For the longest time, I believed that you needed to target yourself. Hey, Lost, how's it going? I almost said, how's you doing? I guess that would have still fit. I am so glad that you're here. Actually, we've all been waiting for you. We've all been waiting for you. Every one of us. All the voices in your head. You're having an existential crisis. Nothing is real. Nothing is forbidden. Once you come out of this psychotic state that you're in, just know that I will always be there, lurking in the background, waiting for you to drop your guard, and then do like a whoopee cushion sound or something. I don't know, you fill in the blanks, I'm over the bed. Good. The no dying is good. Closest that I got was getting dropped to 100 HP. Let's check if a certain camp is open. Snippers don't have the same mileage after this one. And then we'll break for a few minutes to give people a chance for food, drinks, Eck.
Emotional. Woo.
These people have the skill chain down to a science. I so appreciate them for that. All the parties that I've led, that I've kind of like initiated the skill chain conversation in, have been very good about it. Alrighty. Congratulations. So we're gonna try to see if that Sweet Spot 15 camp is open. If it is, I'm going to very selfishly try to camp there so that I can get a Damselfly worm and redeem myself. This is the Stoic Redemption arc. Yeah, I should be unsyncing anyway. This is good traveling music. This weather reminds me that on my main character, I need to just like pull the trigger and go get the Carbuncle Ruby quest done. I have all the colors. Sign is open miraculously. We will camp here. This is amazing. This is almost never open. Okay. Reno just leveled, so we're gonna sync to him. And I am going. I feel like this ninja may have been trying to camp here, but we do be assembling. We're back for a couple mins. This is a good time to use bio or get food or drinks. Okay. So bear with me. I'm going to use this opportunity to run ads far earlier than I should. Not because I want to, but because I need to do a test. Normally, you are allowed an hour in between times that you run the ads. I have seen accidentally it go up to about an hour and 15 minutes. And I want to test to see what the actual threshold is for the amount of time that I can buy myself where none of you experience ads. So I will also take this opportunity to very quickly go to the bathroom. I will see you in a moment. Thank you for your patience. That was actually we're back, by the way. That was actually one of my favorite. Oh, it's still continuing. Thank goodness. I like this elevator music. General lo-fi song. Out of all of the playlists that I have, this song, when it appears over the rainbow, like I'm happy for it. In this particular playlist, each song is about like an hour, not an hour. Oh my God, can you imagine? A minute and 30 seconds long, so it's extra special when they appear and shuffle order like that. You know, you get like a little like serotonin drip. What is serotonin again? Serotonin. Serotonin is a chemical that carries messages between nerve cells in the brain throughout your body. Serotonin plays a key role in such body functions as mood, sleep, digestion, nausea, wound healing. Wow, really? Bone health, blood clotting, and sexual desire. People also ask, is serotonin make you happy? Okay, so serotonin was an accurate descriptor. What triggers serotonin release? Exercise, pass. It can have mood boosting effects and may trigger release. Health promoting diet. I think that the breakfast sandwiches that I bought that have 2 sausage patties would probably qualify as a health promoting diet. Yeah, sounds right. I'm gonna live with that. A headcanon. All right, we are back. There's not anything high octane happening at the moment. Allegedly, I'm actually gonna double check on the Twitch website to see if this is right. Allegedly, it says I've bought myself an hour and 40 minutes when an hour is supposed to be the threshold, but then again, I found outdated information all over the place as to what counts for what as far as like ad interaction and like the amount of time that you buy yourself. So I'm gonna check the creator dashboard. You're live, thank you, I'm aware. It's saying, it says in my manager for this stuff, an hour and 39 minutes. It tells me on the Twitch website, 58 minutes, 50 seconds. Which is right, because that implies that it is capping out at an hour. But the manager widget that I'm using is drawing directly from the website. Like there's no, this isn't like a third-party thing. This is from Twitch themselves. So I guess we'll see if I just will hold you to telling me if there's ads in 58 minutes or an hour and 38 minutes. I give you permission to form independent research committees in the chat. I'm back. So our signet wore off, which is very unfortunate, but we are also rank 1, which I do need to fix, and probably will after the fact. After everything is said and done, the stream's over and so on, I'll get myself to rank 2 so I can at least buy myself an hour extra of signet time. Bastok being number 1, or Bastook, whatever your preference, is being number 1 is great. From like a lore standpoint, it sucks in that the further up in the food chain your nation is in the rankings, the less time that they get for signet. Who all is here? So as a rank 1, when Bastok is in first, you get like 2 hours. You get like 2 hours to get the gaming in. So next time, to make it easier on myself and not effectively lose out on points among other benefits. God dang. Complaining there was no food or wrong food is a cheat code. Uber Eats does not deserve all of the money, only some of the money. Then you can more easily tip the driver. This person is ordering from Uber Eats. I want a number 5 with extra fries, a number 6 with the dip, a number 9 large, a number 3. This song is also really good. All the good ones are coming out even though it's on shuffle. It's a sign. My beautiful wife is walking around. Hello, beautiful wife. I don't know if she can actually hear me or not.
Var, X3, what's this? Aurora?
She probably thinks I'm super cool. Just like all you guys do. That's not copium at all, it's real.
Cheesy marinara sauce and bacon bits. So it sounds like it's a pizza place. Does sound really good. This dude is making me hungry. You are making me hungry, please. I beg you. Hungry, not honey. Freudian slip. right, let's see who all is here. Reno, Black Bolt, Train. So Dix is not. Who else is not? Landvar. We'll probably want at least one of them back. Just by his incomparable stature, Train is able to tank a lot of hits. But ideally we do want the little ninja back to tank stuff.
I don't want to start until we have everyone here. I don't want to wing it.
Do you get it? Because the flies are going to be the primary target.
Otherwise, if I'm caught out, I'm going to be a damsel in distress. I'm so glad that my wife has earbuds in. Otherwise, she'd be a fly on the wall.
Oh, you can hear me? Okay. I gotta pull it back. The Panzer's too strong.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks! Ain't nobody got time for that.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Thank you, NoFlow, for redeeming for 300 to make me say something. It is... If it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. Which is like... And that's where the quote ends, but... If you... it might be a little bit like duh, forehead, to hear that out loud. But it's actually a lot harder to put in practice than it might sound. Especially when you are having other people's eyes on you that might otherwise change your behavior or prompt you to say something that you otherwise wouldn't. It can be hard to tell the truth. And you don't have to be like it. That doesn't mean that, you know, you have to be like a faucet of like saying literally whatever is on your mind, because that is like the most extreme slippery slope take that you could take. It's about just being straightforward with people, not masking yourself while still being courteous to them, not being afraid of being seen to do the right thing, whatever that may be in the context of whatever the situation is, even if other people might like think less of you for it in some way, for some reason. It's all about independence of mind. Anything that you can do to train up your personal willpower and the reflex to draw from your own personal willpower instead of what you believe others will think about you or say about you is a huge win, even if it seems inconsequential sometimes. need to be 18 to do this big quest anyway. Sure. I will heal, then move. So we effectively have the sub-job quest done once the worm drops in my inventory. And it was like the whole debacle that we kicked the stream off of very strongly with my body was trying to do something that deeply confused me for a moment. It was like that whole thing never happened. We have branched off of the timeline. I'm gonna give myself one more tick. It's worth it. And pull will be over into GIFs or GIFs, whatever your preferred parlance. Honestly amazing. We basically have the sub-job quest done. I just need to get level 18, I believe. Unless someone can independently verify that for me. I don't think I need to be level 20 to get the sub-job done. I think I just need to be level 18. Nope, you already did Dia. Don't need to do that.
MLG Gaming.
Wow, it's dying really fast. Momentary R0. Level 39 thief. Killing targets. I don't like to see it, but at least they are looking for party. Something that I experienced, or that many experienced early or in Horizon's life cycle, like when it was fresh for like the first like month and a half, is that there were a lot of soloers that were not looking for party. They were just soloing like party monsters. Which, when everyone is struggling just to put the bread on the table XP wise, was very annoying to see and experience. Beastmaster, you could argue, gets a pass because that's literally built into the DNA of the job to be able to solo stuff. I will leave it up to you whether you feel as though they should avoid party or like soloing in party areas at all. Wow, that is really uncomfortable to reach. I need to move the Poisona. You probably like right there. There's fine. I had to like basically like split my hand in half in order to reach the in order to reach the button. Oh. Alright, we're gonna pop a empty drink just because I want to make sure that I actually get through those. The thief is very observant in how much MP everyone has, which is good. You do want to see that. As you get more experience, you start to get a feel for what the party can or cannot handle. Like right now, I would honestly be looking for other monsters to chain in already, because by the time that we pull in the monster, the mages will already be a couple of ticks further forward in like their MP regen. That's all my items freed down. Very cool. think I might just let black pass via. I don't really need to. Since it's like as close as you can get to just like an automatic application. I take another swig of my Rockstar Punch watermelon flavor. Delicious. All the caffeine hitting my dopamine center simultaneously. I don't have a problem, you have a problem. The fact that you bring it up tells me more about you than it does about me. I can stop anytime I want to, I just don't want to. Maybe the ads manager isn't, like, there's something about it that just doesn't track the way that it should. It might be assuming that it's buying me more time than I actually get. I think that's more plausible. We'll see in allegedly 45 minutes.
Woo, congratulations time 2, baby. Let's do it.
That's what I'm talking about.
He says that he doesn't think it's distortion. Is the SE making distortion? I have not been paying attention. I think that's a distortion. Distortion. Final Fantasy 11. Distortion is wind and water. Right? No, it's ice. Ice and water. Not sure if it's distortion, that's what it is. Or meant to be, unless Horizon has completely changed what distortion is. What Reno said. Ow. It is very, 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 very likely, increasingly likely, barring any unforeseen events, that I will also attempt to stream tomorrow. If that is the case, if that comes about, I will be probably partying on my main character, just so that you can see what that is like. I mean, not fundamentally different psychologically. I'm not playing, even though, you know, my character can die forever, lol. It doesn't change my overall mentality. Mostly because I'm not allowing it to. But it is nice all the same. I'm gonna chuck back another empty drink, which is the last one they have. And if that is the case, and I do party on my main, there's another party that's over there. That's okay. They are moving. I see water for non-MB. It may be too close then. Distortion is ice and water, so it should be MBing. If it's not, that's fine. We already do so much damage as is. You're discussing why water does not seem to be magic bursting on the skill chain. We're doing so much damage as is, it doesn't matter in this respect. Like, we're basically dropping it 80% to 0 every time the skill chain goes off. It is, and the way that I have my chat filters set up is that I don't see most damage sources on purpose, just so I can get a better idea of what the mob is hitting where and how hard, more so than what our party is doing, because I can assess how the party is doing just by watching the health bar get chunked by like 70% like that. Wow, he resisted the poison. It's pretty rare. What do we got in terms of job levels? Party, number list. How is everyone doing on time? As a courtesy, when it seems like there's been about like 2 hours that have passed in the party, I make it a point of asking how everyone is doing on time, because it's around then that most people start to get tired or bored. And I want to avoid a situation where people have to go, but a person that has not mentioned as such takes it upon themselves to get their own replacement. And I don't want to get any replacement if it seems like we can't give at least sorry, hang on. I'm just gonna spin down land bar. I originally was gonna use the Kiraga, but Train already ran away. I could have warned him that I was gonna intend a Kiraga, but you know, YOLO and such. I don't remember what I was saying. Something about something. Oh, everyone, I want to be able to give people that are coming in as a rep at least an hour of experience. Because if you think about it, it takes people that may not have like all the OPs or all the teleports or whatever. They may just not be in a position to easily go everywhere. It might take them upwards of 15-20 minutes to get to wherever you are. So how you can imagine how it feels to them if they show up and classic Final Fantasy XI experience, half an hour after that the main healer is like, hey, just so you know, I gotta go. And it starts this carnival, this rotating door of people that are like coming into rep, only getting about 30 to 45 minutes of consistency with what they should expect. And so like you're keeping the party on life support accidentally, and thereby creating like a subpar experience for everyone. Moral of the story is just ask how people are doing on time, because they will, most of the time they will tell you. Not always, but most. Ah, damn, look at that. 40%. 50% drop on that. Disgusting.
Nani?
What? What the fuck?
I'm gonna be greedy and get one more tick before I take. Oh, he already poisoned him. Or poisoned him. Very good. Cheer Reno Taru. He's such a good Taru. Rocking the drip, the goldsmith drip. Oh, and the sunglasses too. You gotta represent, man. He definitely earned it. Goldsmithing is such a psychotic venture to take at any point of the server's life cycle. I am a chronic cooker. I cook food, and it is cloak and dagger shit all the time on the auction house as far as food goes. You think that it's all about like baking sweets, apple pie plus ones, maybe a bison steak every now and again? No. Every cooking person gets their moment where they become the Joker of no fault of their own. Everyone's been reduced at some point in their cooking career to waking up and choosing violence because like a person yesterday crashed the floor of like myth kebabs by like 1,000 gil, or the constant rotating like bullshit factory that is the sushi market. Like I'm escalating.
What are you doing, step bro?
Like the sushi market should not be what it is. You should not be able to say to me with a straight face that you pay 30,000 guild turn-in points for a item specifically to make sushi. You gather an array of relatively expensive ingredients, and then say after all that it is an end game food. It's just the accepted staple later on to some parties that you want sushi in order to capitalize on like end game content to get the maximum accuracy that you can, and then fill in the blanks with like attack gear. Some people still argue for attack food. I get both sides of that whole argument. The point being is that the parts are expensive. It's popular food. Like people gravitate to it because they know that it is good. And yet people like due to a combination of different costs and people's unwillingness to let basically money sit on the market without it moving for like 24 hours, sushi of any brand most of the time sits at like 22,000, which you think would be like it has to make profit, right? That's not the case. It doesn't make profit. It rarely ever makes profit unless you are the one fishing up like the black soul or whatever the relevant food is or relevant fish is. It is an exercise in madness. Fishing is one great way to get yourself sustainable income forever. It will get you money as far as your tolerance for the minigame is. It's brutal to try to level up because on Horizon the skill gain rate is scaled differently, it seems, than other types of gathering or crafting, in the sense that once you get to 15, I think that the actual threshold, it seems, in my own experience, is around 20. Your skill gain rate is absurdly low, and your main bread and butter, so to speak, for guild gain is going to be like moat carbs, because not only are they used for like different recipes that like a Walmart brand carp sushi, which is like the earliest iteration of accuracy food that you can get for like melees. It's used obviously for Liu Shang's rod, so there's like literally never going to be a point where it's not profitable. But if you're able to keep the skill gain up, you can fish for Nebimonites, which are another staple type of fish that is used in a number of recipes. That's pretty common. And then from there, upgrade to Gugru tuna, which people buy out ridiculously fast, like suspiciously, weirdly, freakishly fast. Even though it's for like 1,000 per fish, and people will buy the crap out of it. Like you would be hard pressed to find, if you didn't put 21 Gugru tuna on the auction house, that you wouldn't end up with like 18, 19, 20,000 when you wake up the next day. Maybe a couple of fish left over if the market has changed a bit. My suspicion is that part of that is because it is a primary ingredient, or can be, for courier carry jugs, which is like a very reliable Beastmaster tank pet. Otherwise, I have no fucking idea where it's going. It's just like it's almost instant. It's like weirdly fast selling, and it sells for a good amount. Cooking is a great moneymaker once you get to the point that you can high quality certain things, which admittedly is going to be a long time. It is, as far as I'm aware, the cheapest overall craft to level up, and that I probably spent, and this is going to sound like a lot, but realize that this is over the course of like 4 or 5 months, like 500 to 600,000 gil, and getting me up to 95 on my main character. And that includes the insane ingredients I had to buy in order to push the level from like 93 to 95. There are a few things that always sell well on the auction house. If you can reliably get to a point where you can high quality, namely when you are 25 to 50 skill levels above whatever your target craft is, you have a 25% chance to high quality on that craft. If you are 51 levels above whatever it is, that increases to 50% high quality chance. So, and you can do different things to push. Congratulations. You can do different things to push that harder. Advanced synthesis is +3 synthesis. It's like it buys you like 7 minutes of you being +3 skill levels higher than you actually are. You can grab the cooking hat and body piece for an extra 2. Granted, that takes a while just because I think they're 70,000 and 100,000 points turn in effectively. You can grab, if you stick with it for probably like months, you can grab the culinarian some type of furniture item that gives you an extra cooking skill. And then if you're like me, that is trying to all in on cooking, mostly because the idea of trying another craft is there's a psychological barrier there that I'm not ready to address. You can grab the Hocho katana from a high level Tonberry. God damn, dude, you cleared that. We're still sitting at like about like 7,000, so it's definitely gone down quite a bit. Someone is 17, right? I think I saw somebody get level 17. If so, we'll move to pugs. Cooking, I would say, is still worth it, but there is definitely going to be a learning period where you realize as you interact with the market and you do things like put a whole bunch of +1 stuff on the market and so on, that much like other skills or other crafts, people are doubly crazy when they are doing cooking. Bison steaks at one point sold regularly for 8,000, which is like a 70% profit margin or something like that. Really, truly like free money. It's like a free money printer at the time. And people started selling them for 7,000, and then 6,500, and then 6,000, then 5,000, and so on, until I wake up a day and a half later and bison steaks are chilling at 3,200. So basically like the baseline, barely qualifying. Let's move to beach. It will be more consistent even if pugs are spooky. Old bull. He's already pulling, I think. All good. We'll move after. There are certain things that people seem to respect on the cooking market, and that's things like apple pies, wizard cookies specifically. Meats are typically where people go insane, and their willingness to undercut each other to oblivion. Whatever is closest and has free pugs. I'm just trying to see if getting into 60 so I can maybe get into bonecraft goldsmithing. On that note, sure. 100%. Being at 60 will allow you to make consistently profitable jug pet high quality items. Specifically the carrot broth high quality version. Let's see. And the carrion broth. Those two get bought out a lot for probably like twice the amount of ingredient investment. Carrot broth sold last I checked, which granted was a long time ago. Sold for like 4,000 when you're talking about like 400 gills worth of investment maybe to get back like 2 to 4 high quality. So it's just easy, simple profit, and you can go to Sandoria, go to the ye old grocery store, buy like 12 stacks of carrots, and I forget what the rate is. It's like 1 water crystal per 4 carrots, so like, because I can do math, 3 water crystals and like 12 stacks of carrots, and end up with like 50-50 carrot broth, and basically net yourself. And then you just sorry, words, I've been speaking for a long time. The normal quality version of the carrot broth is effectively garbage. You can sell it back to the NPC immediately to make room for more high quality carrot broth. Anytime that I've made it, it's always been profitable, and it's dead easy because water crystals are cheap and borderline infinite, and the grocery store is literally right there. Lol. Rollin' berry pies, as far as like a strong MP injection, are actually cheaper to buy off the auction house than they are to make. The reason why is that people commonly use them for skill up items, and the high quality is rare just because it's up there in terms of like cooking skill requirement. So if you're looking for like a dirt cheap food that will give you like plus 50 MP at level 1 for the memes, that's definitely the one that you want to pick. Let's go to, oh, this looks good. Never mind, there's a party near a boat. Other side, even though I think that there's a ghost over there. I don't remember where other traditional camp is on this beach. I think a ghost spawns in the trees. Unless I am wrong. Here should be... Okay. Corner it is. Thank you for reminding me. There's a number of very good foods that go under the radar, even though they arguably should not. while we're waiting for people to kind of like gather together, is everyone here? Who is missing? Allegedly, we are all here. I'm going to level sync just so I can get out of the way. For safety, I am syncing to 17. A very good white mage food is roast mushroom. The normal quality kind, not the high quality kind. High quality is way, 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 way too expensive for what you actually get out of it. Which granted is like more MP regen, more MP if I remember correctly. I think that the enmity negative is the same. The pies are always a good mainstay. A good substitute for pies if there's a weird moment where like the auction house is having an existential crisis, you can get the baked apples instead. Some people just get tired of waiting for those to sell, and so they start undercutting each other like crazy. One takeaway that I will give you that is part of a literally decades old debate is that you're going to want to focus on attack food if you are a melee or ranged damage dealer, like a physical damage dealer, until you're probably about 50, and then you'll want to swap to something that gives you accuracy food depending on what your gear is. I've done a fair bit of testing myself, granted in an amateur way, but I have done it, where I ate attack food when another damage dealer of a comparable job ate accuracy food. And not just any accuracy food. I'm not talking about like +3. I'm talking about slamming back like a soul sushi at level 20. Which is like a huge, like an arguably a huge waste in terms of like accuracy. Like they can't get, like the maximum amount of accuracy you can get out of sushi is like around 70 on average. Like you get around like 120 accuracy around like level 20. So they were getting maybe like, I don't know if it's like 17%, like 15, 18 accuracy, which granted is still like an extra 8% hit chance. But even then, I ate like not expensive attack food, just attack food that was comparable for my level and the amount of attack that I just had naturally. And I was out DPSing them by about like 30%. So accuracy, as bizarre as it seems, is not the end all be all. You want to avoid a situation where you are eating accuracy food later on while also wearing accuracy stuff. It is my current opinion, which may or may not be spicy, that if you're doing things like wearing double sniper's rings and a peacock charm and an optical hat and whatever else seems right for like an end game build, oh boy. I do actually have bar water up. I forgot I had bar water. Oh, I need to protect these guys. That's my bad. And then just in case it matters, I'm gonna aqua veil myself. If you're in a situation where you have a lot of endgame accuracy gear just always on you, you're going to want to focus on attack food. Because it is what allows you to override the enemy's defense the most effectively, which is like, duh, of course it does. Holy crap, Messy Bees, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, unlimited power. Oh, I don't have that. Here, can I give you I am the Senate instead? I don't know if that's like a consolation prize or what, but
I am the Senate.
so it is with the utmost caution that I say to you that even though this is a literal PS2 era game, Final Fantasy XI is worth trying and giving about a month, which is kind of the equivalent of saying congratulations, which is kind of the equivalent of saying to someone, just give One Piece like the first 300 episodes a chance. It gets good after that, I promise. You will hear some people throw around it's the Dark Souls of MMOs, just like they do any other genre in which the game could be described as difficult. That is applicable here. I would like, if it says anything, I've effectively restarted this MMO from scratch 3 or 4 times in my lifetime. If it didn't have some kind of supernatural pull built into its DNA, it wouldn't be able to do that to me, right? It's not just a nostalgia thing. Like, I have Resident Evil 4 Remake on this bit, and I'm still choosing to play this. Exactly. It's a bonding through mutual suffering that really taps into that human condition mouthfeel, where it's just you and a pack of like 5 random dudes against the world, and when you succeed, it's because the game didn't throw you a bone. It's because you were moments away from getting your shit pushed in, and through your combined effort, you done did it. You did the thing. Okay, we're doing good on these pugs. So Final Fantasy, if there was any time, I'm kind of like psyoping you right now, and I'm trying to avoid that. I want you to come to your own conclusions, but adding on to it, the pile of recommendations that I'm like putting forward in front of you, the best time to get into Final Fantasy XI, as some would argue it was like at its best place, is probably now. So Horizon 11, the private server that I'm on now, is effectively the unofficial official private server. The dev team is dedicated. They are on top of things and in ways that were reminiscent of like the other private server that I was a part of, but there's like, I'm kind of like using numbers that I'm unfamiliar with, but it seems like their dev team is much larger. Please don't die, Mr. Ninja. The dev team is big, they're dedicated, and they're motivated. They're constantly making improvements, constantly making fixes. They are making quality of life improvements that don't sacrifice the integrity of the game, which is by and large, a cooperative, mutual suffering bonding experience, which was something that was lost in the official servers as expansions went on, in my and a lot of other people's opinions. The server experience is stable. It has a number of changes made to the installation experience where you don't have to do any kind of like light coding in order to get the emulation server to run. It's an installer, which might not sound like a lot, but compared to Eden, where you needed to make quite a lot of changes in order to get it to, 1, not look like an eyesore, but 2, to even run at all at like 60 frames per second. It's a huge difference. The player base as a whole is extremely friendly. So on and so forth. Other things that I'm certain will come out of my mouth in a much more convincing way. Mere moments, just let it ride. Congratulations.
So here's this giant enemy crab.
Oh, for sure. Like starting from square one, like a tutorial. I don't know how this song keeps getting. I'm gonna remove it right now. This song is called Twitch Safe Lo-Fi.
What the hell? Oh my god.
Nope.
No way.
I don't know how it keeps getting back onto my playlist. It's like a doll in a horror movie that you throw in the trash and then you turn around and it's back on the shelf again. As far as like starting from absolute scratch, this character is gonna be it for a while. It has no sub job. It's only had a number of levels put into one job so far. But I may actually just do what you ask, even not of my own volition. If this character dies for any reason, part of the bit is that I delete it on stream, in which case I will start with a new character and you can see what that's like. That'll never happen though. This character's gonna live forever. Smile. I need to get bar water on my hot bar now before I forget. Line over, line seal over, and we'll replace this with bar watera ma bar watera me, which is not guaranteed to reduce the pain of this thing's aqua ball to any negligible amount or its splash breath, but it could. The resistance spells are very hit or miss in this game. I'm sure that there is some utility to speak of for like things like bar paralyze and bar poisona, maybe in like mission or like instance type events, but just out in the field, I would just rather take the poison off with a spell, to be honest with you. Ow. This one actually might be pretty tough. Yeah, it's certainly up there. This thing's like 9 levels above us. Just have to be really cautious. If I need to, for situations like this, I have a pro ether, which will basically refill my entire MP bar. If it really gets down to it and we're down to almost nothing, then I will slam it back. I'm gonna get 1 tick. Alright, he's getting hit now. He recently provoked, so he has the maximum amount of hate that he can get. Actually, no, I'm not gonna cure 1 on that because that's gonna take me below the threshold I need for cure 2. I'm holding off on healing Dix until he gets hit. Okay, and then the thief is gonna do the SC, which should chunk it pretty hard. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I have to do it. Skills.
Oh my god, he's incredible. How did he get back all of his MP all at once?
Sheer strategy, baby. I do have some high potions in case I pull some bad heat. I can take some damage because I can just heal a little bit back anyway. Try to avoid anything above 5. This thing was a 26, so it's as hard as it possibly can get. We would probably have to run if I didn't have the pro either. We are gonna kill it, but it's gonna be closer than I would like. 26 is just way too much for us right now. I don't know if this guy has an add-on that shows him what the actual levels are. Use my shit. I'm not gonna tell him that. Just a casual 96. Keep. Yeah, if I didn't use that pro other there, people would definitely would have started dying. What you say? There would have been a lot of that. Might have had to like benediction or something. I'm gonna get enough back for Kiraga, which I believe is 60. Don't know why it's not showing me. I think because I have it blocked. Good use of the brother. I'm definitely going to be buying one from now on. They're also relatively cheap for what they do. Like, I definitely underutilize the amount of MP that actually gives back to you. I think it's like 200, 250 MP or something. Effectively a 0 to full MP button until you're maybe about like 25. 30, depending on what food you're using. If I wasn't also going for the enmity reduction, I would probably use ginger cookies and stuff instead. Like, per iota of benefit out of it, it's like 15 or 20 gil for 5 minutes of much improved MP regen. But I value combined effect foods so much that even if I had access to, no, that's not true. I would use like ginger cookies and wizard cookies if I had access to it. But like once they were gone, I probably would not take it upon myself to go and get more. Although I do understand why people do. Here. Reno Taro is the only... No, Black also knows, I think. Yeah, Black also knows the gimmick behind this character. So I appreciate the courtesy top-offs from the cures. It does psychologically help me to know that I'm not below 100% health. The other 3 people involved have no idea that I am literally like 2 crits or like 1 crit and a TP move away from forever death. Is that you know, that might put some, in addition to streaming, regardless of the streamer size, being told, hey, just so you know, if you didn't provoke a second faster, like you would not have been the cause, or at least indirectly, like of the stream ending, or like the stream being like completely changed around. That'll fuck you up.
Holy shit, Solera, thank you for the prime sub. Let's go.
Hey! Oh shit!
Thank you, my friend. I deeply appreciate you. 1,000 blessings upon your house and all of your kin. Your name will go down in the annals of history. Annals? Annals? How do you say that word? I mean, annals is obviously funnier, but like hang on, I need to... Annals. There's two N's in there. Floating around. These fish are so scary. They have double tech like every 4 attacks. They're quad double attackers. They can take, like, the Taro is just a little guy. And he has this giant fish just going to town on him. It's freaking going to town in his little body. It's such a big fish.
Ooh woo. Ooh woo.
Meow. Ow, fuck you. What did I do?
What a dick.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. I'll never say that again, at least to you. We can just strike an accord, a Honda Accord, and swear upon it, as our forefathers did. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. You can call me a streamer. It's fine. It's a little funnier. You can say like stream derp. I want this thing to die. Thank you. I'm gonna get all of my MP back. Congratulations. Okay, so allegedly, let's check Twitch and see how much time they say I have before ads. On their official website, even though I'm using their official integrated element, I want to make sure it is not lying to me. It is currently claiming in real time that ads should be running now, but that is not true. Has anyone experienced ads in the last 5 to 10 minutes? Like, it just, no warning, nothing, like it just starts for like 90 seconds. This is like critical information for me. Because if it has not given you any ads in the last 5 to 10 minutes, I may have found the secret sauce that lets me buy perhaps greater than normal amount of time for myself to not expose you to ads. The Holy Grail, as it were. The Holy Gramer. The Holy Gamer Grail. Only Grails. What am I talking about? The shell I'll keep because I can actually turn that into food. I'm 17 now, right? Yeah, so I have... I don't think I have shell run. I don't think I get shell run until... 19? Question mark? Shell P? STPT? It kind of sucks though. It's not Shelra though. I'm gonna keep it as a placeholder. I don't care. Oh yeah, I forgot. The population being primarily subbed would make sense. You're right. Where the fuck did our thief go? Oh, there he is. That's actually a good point. 100 points to Gryffindor House for revealing for pointing out the obvious. A very forehead moment for me. That would make sense. Okay, we're chunking through this one pretty good. What level is it? Oh, somebody wanted 25. Okay, so that's the power of the SE at work, man. It equalizes like crazy. Unable to cast spells in this time. Why? Oh, because I already tried casting slow.
My streamer isn't even paying attention to his timers. What a stupid head.
Fucking watch your language.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't raise you to be like this. In fact, I didn't raise you at all.
Emotional damage.
That's right, I'm revealing on stream. Bogey, move. Move. Come for Black Bolt. We will take it at full. If it seems bad, we can run. We have to clear them eventually. Is anyone 18? So both of these fish are level 26, which is the same level as that fish that I had to use a Pro Ether on. So if I can avoid that, I will. I am uncomfortably close to this fly. I do not want to be here. Let's swap out of the lo-fi, the general lo-fi mode, and go into video game lo-fi. Yeah, that's a good one to open on. That's the saddest moment of perhaps the first contemporary video game, depending on your age and nostalgia factor. Okay, now it's gone from pure jerking to the greatest song of all time.
Love to see it. Rest in peace, pink dress lady.
Spoiler for a 25-year-old game. When did Final Fantasy VII come out? 1999. It was pre-2000. R0. Hello. There we go. Final Fantasy VII is one of the rare games that I have probably purchased at least once on every system that I own. I do not like the fact that when I do that, that I am supporting Square Enix as they are today. Which some would argue, including myself, is a shadow of its former self. We'll tackle a 26 at full. As evidenced by the fact that they were at one time and probably still are selling statuettes of Final Fantasy VII characters modeled after the battle models that have forced NFTs. So you are paying over $100 or were for a $60 to $70 statuette or your regional equivalent and a $30 NFT, so that I guess you can just tell people that you have a digital copy that they can look at if you don't happen to have your statuette with you or something.
No, 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 no.
I am not going anywhere near the certified piece of garbage that I'm assuming Symbiogenesis is going to be. I think that's what it was called, right? Symbiogenesis, the NFT game where it's allegedly 10,000 unique characters that all are like hat and hair swaps. Just freaking insane. Oh man, I feel bad for the Parasite Eve fans that are out there that probably lost their collective minds when, you know, they pieced together, oh my god, there's a blonde female protagonist on the front, and symbiogenesis is like a naturally occurring phenomenon in nature where like two organisms like work together and combine in some way for their own survival. That's like the whole plot of Parasite Eve. Nah, dude, it's just NFT garbage. Sorry about it. No, there's no pogs for you. Only NFTs. Well, this one is a lot easier, perhaps, than the other 26. I don't know why. Were we just not getting lucky? I think a couple of people leveled in between. That's probably the deal maker. It's amazing how much of a difference 1 to 2 levels across a few people actually makes on the overall flow of combat.
Fine, I guess you are my little pod champ.
I'm gonna get greedy. I'm gonna get one more tick. Look at that, unpunished, baby.
Macaroni with the chicken strips.
For anyone that is not currently using me as second screen food, can you tell me if the audio balance seems to be okay? Every stream I try to perfect it just a little bit more than the stream prior. I think I've got a pretty good balance now as far as my current equipment will allow me to take. Like the mic that I'm using is not inexpensive, but it definitely does not qualify as expensive. But over time, as subs and what little ad revenue that I get comes in, I will be dedicating it toward whatever my revenue is towards getting the stream improved. Technically, software-wise, hardware-wise. Because if this is gonna be my long-term project, my work in future, which is what I intend for it to be, I need to take it seriously right out of the gate. Right? Like, you can only make a good first impression once, dress for the job you want, so on and so forth. Been at about 2.5 hours. I do use my food timers as like a barometer for how long the party's been actually going on, because Sometimes when like you're in a flow state and the party is like vibing and everyone's getting experience, everyone's feeling good, it can be easy to lose track of time in the game. It is a blessing and a curse. Okay, now that we're 18, it should be much easier. Very good. And I'm gonna refresh protect on everyone. And then shell all of the melees so that my babies don't get hurt. My little ducklings. Bar water. Good. I hit the trifecta there. I wish I had regen, but I don't. I think I get regen soon, but I'm not certain of that. If you don't mind, after this, I'm going to get my sub job for the whole extra 4 MP it'll probably give me. This one might actually be a tough one. I gotta do it. I didn't shit my pants, you shat your pants. I do have benediction, but if I have to use it, I'm gonna run. And I'm almost certainly gonna die. And that will probably be the end of the stream if that happens, because there definitely will not be enough time to reintegrate a new character into the mix. But we don't think like that. We don't talk like that.
A hunter must hunt.
Ashen One, hearest thou my voice?
Because we are Dark Souls players. We are the Dark Souls. The Dark Souls is the friends that we made along the way. This is definitely spicy. I'm gonna risk getting one more MP tick because it could matter. And then I'm gonna start debuffing again. Can I please get my MP tick? Thank you. Maybe we got paralysis on it. That's gonna matter. I used a pointless. I mean, it's not pointless. It slows down my casting speed a little bit to be slowed like that, but that's okay. It could have been way worse. I would like my slow back, please. I should be able to monitor from here. Those bar water are done. Incredibly lucky miss. Let's go. Wow. They used screwdriver on Reno. I'm pretty. No, that was. I thought it was Reno. I'm not saying all Taro look alike. They don't. Don't. Look at that black magic on me. I thought Reno was just gonna die. There we go. We can actually call it. After this fight, we've been at it a long time. A lot of progress. Ooh, 6 HP. Oh, fuck it. It double attacked me? Get it off me? Oh man, little spice to wake us up. Oh my god, it's fucking chunk in this. It wanted you dead so bad. So bad. We can call it there. I'd like to grab my sub-job smiley face. Everyone okay with that? If not, I can pass lead. Because Reno's probably ready to go to sleep too. So that would basically like mean half the party is going to bed. Yeah, he's done. Okay, let's go. We got 14 to 18. That's a huge amount of progress in about 2.5 hours. Great job, everyone. Good. Pooling, healing, DDing. Lot on whatever you'd like. And I believe that not only are we getting a sub job, which is a huge power boost for us, we also unlock wardrobe slots, which I can use to alleviate some of my inventory problems. Just kidding, I'm gonna throw away the magic skull. And then I'm gonna take a screenshot, I'm gonna post it on the Reddit. I'm not even taking a chance, I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna silent oil. It's a powder, I don't care. Is it a waste? Yeah, but what are you gonna do about it, huh? You're gonna make me not chug a mysterious oily substance and then snort prison powder immediately afterward to turn invisible? That's what you can. You can't stop me. Unless you're GM, and then you could absolutely stop me very easily. Thankfully, I've only been put into Final Fantasy XI jail once in my lifetime. It was on the official server, and Wings of the Goddess released, and it became popular to be a bard and to bot. And bard bots would sit in the corner as these giant battles were happening in the background between NPCs, players, and beastmen, and spam songs so that they would get special currency from these battles and not contribute in any meaningful way. I am a changed person, so while I would not repeat this, what I would do is I would take like whatever the biggest mob that wasn't actively paying attention to something already. I would have a mob form a train on me, and I would take like probably 6 or 7 mobs over to where the bard bot parade was, and then just let nature take its course. All the bard bots would be slaughtered. I would get a temporary feeling of righteousness and maybe like some snippets of dopamine, and then I woke up and I was in jail. And I remember trying to parlay the morality of like botting and bards and stuff, like what was happening with the GM, and he handled it very professionally looking back on it. I did get him to say that he wasn't super happy with the bard botting, so that was like a real win for me, as I had to sit there in game for 24 hours, I think it was. Another day, another not being dead. Huzzah. Thank you, Black Bolt and Reno Taru, for being big parts of the reason why this character is still alive. And I got my sub job items. Let's go. Okay, I need to focus. And grab my crab apron. Look at that, isn't it beautiful? if you're not within moments of dying at the end of every activity that you take on, no flow, are you really living? Can you look at yourself in the mirror and say, man, I almost didn't make it with like every single thing that you do? It's the only thing that does it for me anymore. I have to talk to this random guy. Imagine it is circa 2002. You don't know what a sub job is. You are brand new and fresh. You see an empty space next to your job, and the game doesn't tell you in any way, shape, or form, gives you no guidance, written or otherwise, that a sub job is even a thing. You randomly talk to every single NPC that you can. They're offering you all sorts of quests, so you don't know what is or is not worthwhile to pay attention to. And you land on this guy. Little girl, I'm a full-grown cat woman, I'll have you know.
No.
I once took up arms for honor and country. I helped defend the nation, tasted glory. Behind their smiles, people grew jealous. I lost my family, and my comrades deserted me. Soon, I realized that all I did, everything I fought for, was in vain. I left the ranks for good. But of late, the beastmen rise and challenge. Again, many may lose dear friends and family to the storms of war. I thought then of preventing such tragedy from happening again. Fortunately, an answer came to me. I decided to teach my survival techniques to brave youths like yourself. If you wish to learn them, you must prove your worthiness to me. Bring me a magic skull. I already have one, right in my pocket. See? See? The Enzo flyworm. I already got one of those too, man. Picked it up on the way over. Well done for your final test. Bring me a crab apron. Then you will gain what you desire. Keep in mind, we don't know what this guy is gonna give us. For all we know, he's gonna give us like a brass dagger or something, because that is like a common type of reward that you would get. Functionally worthless in today's economy. We're gonna give him a crab apron. Splendid. I will instruct you in my most precious skill. I call it a quote support job, unquote. Listen well to learn his secrets. Support jobs are undertaken anywhere you normally change jobs, blah blah blah. We know what it is. It can't exceed half. It gives me a bunch of examples.
Let's go, we got a support job, baby.
That's fucking team.
Woo!
Mission.
Woo!
Some of this. And this.
Oh my god, inhuman reaction.
And this.
That's what I'm talking about.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Slow down, I'm gonna spurt. Sorry.
Amazing. Wardrobe slots. Wardrobe slots. That's what they're called for now. That's what they've always been called that. I think we blew through. Yeah, we blew through all arbitrary bands, so we can go back and refresh that. I need to take some stuff off. Avert your eyes. What am I gonna take off though? I'm keeping the Friar's Robe, keeping the Missile Cape, keeping the Justice Badge. Maybe I'll be replacing these. I don't know. We'll take off the 2 energy earrings. I said take off the 2 energy earrings. I didn't stutter. And what wardrobe slots let you do, if you are unfamiliar, is equip items out of your Mog house, regardless of where you are in the world, and put them back in, if you so desire. That's like, I'm not a mathematician. That's like a 20% increase in the amount of inventory we have available to us at any point. At 30 slots, we're living good. Okay. Amazing. Second stream with this character, we unlocked our sub job. That's a huge milestone with or without the gimmick that we're running with. And here I go. I'm gonna equip it. Ready to do it? Gonna do it. Here we go. Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, 4 strength, 4 stam, leather belt. Level 18.
Woo! Look at that. Amazing. Take a picture of that and put it up on the wall on the fridge. Please, for love of God, tell me I didn't forget a instant warp. I didn't. Look at that. Forward thinking. How many conquest points do we have? Barely enough. Just enough to get a replacement instant warp and refill chariot. All right, let's warp back. All right, now the plan next is to get Black Mage up to 18. Do the warp scroll quest, which is very easy. You just I'm not gonna go to the specifics. You basically like do a few things and then shove like 80 pieces of corn into an old man, and then give some slime to a Galka in the Metalworks for dubious reasons, and then he gives you a scroll. It'll make sense when it happens. It'll all make sense, but basically get it up to level 18, which is the split off point if I ever want to get White Mage or any other job up to 37. Even though it's likely that as soon as I get White Mage up to 30, maybe 36, 37 for teleports, I'm going to attempt to get her to be a samurai because of the dexterity bonuses and whatnot that they get. Plus, the way that Mithra holds samurai swords, or great katana, I suppose is the correct terminology, fucking amazingly cool looking. In my very personal opinion, the way that Mithra hold great katana is, by and large, the coolest animation pose that out of any of the races. Okay. What am I gonna? Okay, so we're gonna refresh our chariot band, and we're gonna get an instant warp. I gotta keep the order of operations together. This was a very productive stream. I had fun. It seems like you guys had fun. Fun on a bun, bun fun the whole time. Even the bleak oppressiveness of fast talk can be beautiful. Especially in a situation like this where you're walking around feeling accomplished because of your virtual achievements. What am I doing? I need to think. Chariot band. Recharges. That blew through over 60% of our WOD of points available to us. Quest points. Scroll of warp. Great. As you can imagine, death warping to get back home is not an option for us. It's not. If I death warp to go home out of convenience, I would have to delete the character for my own self-imposed rules. While we're here, we're gonna take a glance to see if there's any. I'm gonna save like equipment buying and swap outs and stuff like that in between streams, because I can't imagine that would be fun to experience for everyone. But I do want to check out the scrolls to see if there's anything new or interesting. 21. The Agas are dubious at best. Blink. I don't think I get anything amazing. I do get Shellra. Let's buy that. For some reason I thought it was like a higher level than it actually was. It's the same level as Shell, so I might as well just have gotten Shellra to save myself a little bit of cash. Not that I arguably need it. I could get deodorized in case my party members are stinky. Wait, how much was regen? For what level? Oh, my homies love. Second level, 21. Okay, so I remember. Okay. 14 to 18. Didn't die. Cut it a little bit close, which seems to be the theme. Sub job acquired. Next time is going to be getting us up to level 18 on the Black Mage, which, given how relatively strong their spells are, should be easy. Or easy-ish. So we're gonna tuck away Stoic Mithra on her carpet, because I still have not deigned to give her a bed. If she gets Samurai job, I will get her a bed. How about that? How about that? She would like that, I'm sure. Just compulsively checking my D-box out of habit, even though nothing is sure to have appeared there. I will let her warm herself up by the fire, because it gets cold at the dudes at night. Chair. Okay. So, I am not going to end the stream just yet. I am going to say, I appreciate everyone dearly. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subs. They mean more to me than I can properly explain or properly explain in the short time that we have remaining together. Let me check to see what other people are streaming Final Fantasy XI in case you want to consume more of the same content or similar content. I don't think anyone else is doing the hardcore Iron Man, and I don't blame them. But let me check regardless. If you, during this time while I'm checking, if you have any feedback that you would like to provide me, I am very receptive to constructive feedback. All right, I think I found a person that, for all intents and purposes, looks good. I want to give them a viewer injection because I care. /raid Curry Kata. I hope that you all have a great night. I'll see you later. Actually, before I end it there, the next stream is going to be possibly tomorrow at 7 p.m. We will see. I will give a notification of some kind earlier in the morning if you follow me on Twitter. Or the various other sites that you may or may not know me from. And if not, then, you know, just press the button when you see me live. All right, pressing. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.